I hate minorities.
Alright, gamers, welcome to the MD cast, the MESDS cast on the internet.
On the Windernet.
Windernet. We're day 5 of Winder, and I am here spilling my drinks on Tyler.
The fuck?
What?
How dare you?
We are drinking Ciroc this fine evening.
This fine day.
To be exact, berry Ciroc mixed with Sprite.
Yes.
Redberry.
Red
Nice.
Oh,
No.
no blues.
From fine
No
French
booze,
grapes.
Fine French.
Does
Grapes?
that mean this is a wine?
Grapes? That is not berry.
What
That is a grape.
What
French
does grape
grapes.
count as? Does it not count as a berry?
Grape is apple.
What?
Damn.
Grape is apple. They fall from the same tree.
It's all on the same vine. But now we're just getting into apples and oranges. As you can tell, today the sighing one is Tyler.
I should hate you for that.
Are cucumbers same as corn?
No.
Why? They're both cylindrical and full of water.
Clearly, you've never had corn on the orb.
Corn on the orb.
Yeah, it's round now. That's Eric.
I'm
He's a
Eric.
man of many mysteries.
I am Eric.
And I'm Kyle. No one cares about me.
Whack.
Tyler. That is Tyler.
We already introduced
Yeah.
Tyler.
Well, there's two of them.
Oh.
Shit.
Say hi to other Tyler.
Introduce Tyler.
They can't see
This
you wave
is
at
an
other Tyler.
audio
Tyler.
format, you dummy.
Wave
yeah.
really loud.
What?
Wave really loudly.
They'll hear the wind.
It actually registered. Oh, it actually happened.
Other Tyler didn't even say hi. What an idiot.
He's locked up in the cage right now. He's not allowed out.
Little did you know, other Tyler's actually a mime.
Oh, Tyler's black.
Damn.
That was the one that was in the cage that said that.
Cover our bases real quick.
We're fine.
We are Daijobu.
All right. Topics. Nipple rings. Like them or hate them? Mine always get tied up in knots.
Well,
I
like,
don't like on door.
The rings themselves are not my thing. I'm
Like
more
the hoopy rings.
yeah, hoopy rings. Like the other ones are like just piercings, or you got like two metal balls on either end.
Yeah.
Those ones are okay. I'm not huge into piercings in general, but I mean, I think those ones are passable.
I like them. They drive me crazy.
They
He
make
makes
for great
them local.
titty twists.
I like just the regular piercings.
Wait.
I like the hoops. I like the ones with the chains attached to the other one.
What if you grabbed someone's nipple piercing, like their fucking nipple hoops or whatever,
The fucking
and you twist it and you just take off their nipple?
Actually, if you ever have to get them chest pads and defibrillarize yourself because
Okay.
you had a stupid heart attack,
If
like
I
a
ever zap myself
dumb
with
heart
lightning,
cloggery idiot,
Yeah, they have to take them out because if they don't, I think
if they notice, they have to take them out. But if they don't, they literally fry your nipples off.
Exactly.
well, good to know.
I think they're cool. I would never personally get them myself.
cool. Hey, ladies, tweet me.
Hey, ladies!
Tweet me with your
Tweet me,
nipple rings. I think you're
tweet
real
me
cool.
pics of your nipple rings.
What's my Twitter? 1 second.
Plug your Twitter, Tyler. Make sure that all the viewers send you dick pics.
Yes.
Send Tyler pics
all
of
the
your Prince
viewers
Send
Albert.
me,
Me,
send me
me.
your urethra rings.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
Bro, I don't understand.
I know a man that got...
Twitter is at Tyler_T1223. So, you know what you do,
You
ladies.
just fucking DDoSed yourself.
Oh my god, they know my Twitter.
They're gonna send you dick pics. They're going to send you pictures of their spread booty holes.
They're going to goatsy you.
The fuck's that?
You don't know goatsy?
Oh.
Have you ever seen the image of the man like leaning forward and he's just like tearing his asshole open in front of the camera?
What the fuck?
That's
Yeah, that was
goatsy.
me.
Have you never seen that?
No.
God damn! I would say I want to show you Goatsy now, but I don't. It's not.
Does this word mean anything to you? Cheese grater.
No.
It just sounds bad.
Cheese grater.
Do you know?
No, I don't want to.
Have you been enlightened? Have you ascended the being of? You've got the 46 and 2 chromosomes. If you've seen the image.
Oh no!
Glad I haven't.
We're letting our true colors show, and that color is apparently brown.
We're gonna red pill Tyler.
What the fuck's that?
You don't know what red pilling is?
No.
Well, damn.
Go and just sit on pole for a little while.
Have you never watched The Matrix?
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
Pizzagate?
No.
Tyler, we're offering you a red pill and a blue pill, and you're like leaning real heavy into that blue pill.
You want to be a sheep? You want to be a little sheeple? A disgusting little sheeple-eyed?
You want to let old men in suits have phone calls and kill innocent people that are outside of your reality?
They're skull-fucking you and you don't even
What's
know
gonna happen either way?
Bro, there are robots harvesting your big,
Your semen.
meaty mind energy.
They're taking your gene seed and they are cloning you and you don't even know
you
it.
don't even
There
know.
is
You're the
an
20th
That's
president.
a mistake on their part.
There is an entire race of Tylers out there and they are committing war crimes.
They
I hope they
are
fucking
fighting
kill
in your
themselves.
name. Alright, you are now the mighty Primarch Tylerus.
He's the 19th Primarch.
Yes, and you have an entire army of
You.
your
Little
clone
yous.
sons from your gene seed. Tell me, what is their specialty?
They're all
Tyler,
fucking
how tall are you?
retards.
How
no,
tall are
that's
you, Tyler?
their defect. What's their
How tall are you?
6'4", 6'5".
Okay, they're all 4 feet tall.
I got my own dwarf army.
Hell yeah. Short and stout.
Yes!
I like how this went from titty piercings to fucking where he fucking
Titty
said.
piercings
Red
to
pill.
anus graters to fucking
Anus
Primarchs.
Primarchs, that's what it was.
Yes.
What would Tyler's gene seed abilities be?
Nothing. Because I don't do anything.
Power to transmogrify into a ball.
Is that a fat joke?
Transmogrify.
Basically, you just crouch down and roll out.
So I'm like some fucking panda shit.
You see, you could have said something cool like I'm like Samus Aran with the morph ball, but no, I'm a panda. By the way, fucking X Hentai is dead.
X hentai.
The big hentai site.
Hentai Haven?
No,
It
X
isn't N
Hentai.
hentai, I don't care.
I think N Hentai's still up, but other site like you know Sad Panda.
No.
It's the thing. X Hentai is a big old hentai place, and people like it. Well, it's going under. It's dying. There are now no pandas, and it's dead. And many
Well,
people
fucking-
are saving their porn.
Hentai Haven's dead at this point as well.
All of the porn is dying
'Cause
this
there's-
is truly the worst timeline.
What's that
I will create my own.
hentai company like Faku or whatever.
Faku, yeah.
And they basically bought Hentai Haven. Well, apparently
Disgusting!
they really fucked the guy out of Hentai Haven because Faku owns everything, and they basically locked out the original person for Hentai Haven.
I mean, I've been around to Faku before, but then they changed it so it's like now you gotta pay, and I'm like, I do not pay for these.
I ain't beating my meat for money.
I'll just go to Pornhub Hentai section. Probably just as
Is
good.
there such a thing?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
damn.
But the the hentai section on Pornhub is just basically like your hentai games, shitty animation, and like
Shitty animation, so it crosses over with the scat section?
Alright, fellas, scat, you love it or you hate it?
hate it.
I think it's
What kind of
pretty
fucking
shitty.
question is that? You gotta be retarded to like that shit. The people who like scat enjoy fucking Two Girls in One Cup.
Tyler, you are offending a very wide group.
I don't fucking care. They can come at me.
You're
They're gonna
offending
shit on
the
you.
scat furry community.
Fuck them. Furries are
You
shit.
don't like
Yeah,
diapers.
that's why it's furry scat.
You don't like crinklers.
What the fuck's that?
People that walk around in diapers, Tyler.
They're fucking retarded.
You are offending a super wide variety
Tyler,
of people
you're really
right now.
showing your uneducation in these very serious matters.
I thought
Well,
I
if it's something
thought-
I don't
I thought my
know, then
best
clearly
friend-
it doesn't matter enough
I
for
never
me to
thought
know.
that my best friend would be this hateful towards minorities.
Well, shucks, Chuck. I thought you were a cool
Don't paint
papa.
me as the bad guy here.
You are the bad guy. You are the villain in the story.
this man hates
Scat-
minorities.
You don't like Dookie.
I bet you don't like it because it's brown.
What the don't even go to that.
Or even shades of green? You don't like aliens either? You don't want to storm you don't want to storm Area 51
I'd
to get
smash
aliens?
it.
You don't want to find all the shit aliens?
No! And you'll see me pick up a fucking AR from one of the dead guards and gun them down myself.
Bro, you would take away this opportunity from the hardworking weebs and people?
Yes, fuck the Kyles, fuck the Karens, fuck the Naruto
Wow.
runners.
I can't believe you done this.
They were the distraction while the main group
Do you
came
hear
from
that,
behind.
everyone? At Tyler's Twitter, he is saying that he hates all minorities as well as all
I did not say that.
I think you did. We have it recorded here.
Eric said that.
It's a visual medium. They can't see that.
They can hear him.
They can hear you.
I swear to God, if you manage to edit somehow where it says that I hate minorities in it, fuck, I just gave it to you.
You just
made it
made
real
things so
fucking
much
easy.
easier. How to make a murder.
Tyler, say more incriminating things.
I'm gonna kill Kyle tonight at 12 a.m.
He did it!
Oh no!
Kyle, make some death screaming sounds.
What the fuck?
Oh, if you think that's bad, you should have seen earlier. We peaked pretty hard.
That's gonna be fun to edit.
Yeah, because I'm the one fucking editing it.
So, in other news, what's the word? Word up. Bird up.
I got an interesting story that happened, I think yesterday.
Oh boy.
Alright, listen. I'm on this ye old thing called Tinder. And a few days ago, guess what I did?
You spread your butthole and took picture.
Exactly. No. On Tinder, they give you the option whether you want men, woman, or everyone.
Oh.
I had forgotten. I put it on everyone.
Oh.
So I come back to Tinder 3 days later with 20 plus likes.
Oh.
And all of it was men. So I'm just fucking swiping and every single one was a fucking match. That you should have seen half of them. Like I was like, what the fuck? No wonder girls hate Tinder.
Were any of them Jesus?
No.
Damn. Missing out.
But I got a few of them actually messaged me. One of them was a fucking 47-year-old who was fucking into some weird ass kink.
And he messaged you and said, spread your butthole, daddy.
Yeah.
Papa.
Papa!
Papa.
Also, this one guy messaged me saying like, hey, what's up? I checked his profile. Yeah, it turns out he loves big guys.
Well,
And
he's found the mother
He
lover.
wants you to sit on him.
Guess the first person I liked back, just to see who it was a trans man.
Tran man.
Train man.
It was a fucking train. He wants to run you over.
Please
He
do.
would like to run a train on you.
Yeah.
Oh,
He'd like
yes.
to
Oh,
fucking
enough.
run a coal train into your face.
Into your mouth, out of your butt.
Yes.
But yeah, that was an interesting Tinder moment there.
You would be like the cow on the railway, on the railroad. And they got the fucking thing on the front to
The
like
cow catcher.
Yeah, the cow catcher. You'll probably get kneecapped, but you'll be off the track. Don't worry about it.
So, we're going camping, gentlemen.
No. Did you agree to this, or are we dragging you out there?
I didn't want to go at all.
Well,
Eric
we're
had to
dragging
give
you
me
out there then.
$100.
Yeah, I gave Tyler $100 after I hit him with the forget me stick a few times. So we were gonna go camping in our great nation's wilderness, and God, I really hope that I get eaten by a bear.
I
We're
doubt
hoping
there's
for
any
it.
bears where we're going.
We're going bear country.
We're gonna supply drop one.
Yeah. You ever watched Hunger Games? You ever read Hunger Games? It's like that. We're just gonna airdrop in some bears.
I hated those fucking movies.
I remember reading the book way back when. I also hated the books.
What other book did I read when I was younger? Oh, it was where the
In the World of Carmen Sandiego?
No.
That was very specific. What?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Don't know that.
Where in... What the fuck? You got me almost saying it. Where the Red Fern Grows. Which was a book about
Killing?
little boy get dog. Two dog.
Dog die?
Yeah.
Aw.
Spoilers out there for Where the Red Fern Grows.
That probably might be a movie at this point.
It already was a movie. It was an old fucking book.
Old Boy. That's also a movie. Movie I haven't seen. I want to see that one, though.
Yeah, a man walk around with pressure washer and he blasts somebody's face off with it.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I know that movie. The movie's intense.
He puts an entire muffler in man's mouth.
You know what else is intense? Camping. Intense.
You deserve that.
It's just... He jumped up the I'm being murdered!
I will fully acknowledge I just punched Kyle in the shoulder.
You liquefied him with your Primarch strength.
Exactly. I hope. I wish.
That's his soul escaping his body, laughing, knowing that you will never be able to fully accept the fact that you did this.
Don't worry, I'll get over it.
I will hunt you. All of you. I'm trying to
All
make
of-
a fat joke.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you to hunt. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Nice one.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I've read some good books over the years. A favorite author I like is Darren Shen.
Ah, yes. I read a lot of Darren Shen. I still have a lot of his books.
I actually
Which
can't
ones?
read.
I've got the entire Demonata series.
Shall we reread them?
I mean, I'll bring some of them to the camping if you'd like.
Doesn't sound like you're reading Warhammer there, boys. Sounds like you don't even know real literature.
Fuck off. Read Darren Shen. You'll fucking love it.
Did I ever say that I could read?
You just watch the pictures.
I just look at pictures.
It still reminds me of the dream I had way back when I was a dream. I was in a library. Like, it looked like a school library, but I was with Eric, and I just come across
that's
this
me.
giant. Yeah, you.
Me.
I come across this giant fucking gold trimmed book titled Warhammer. And it was an entire encyclopedia of every single thing involved with Warhammer 40k.
So
And
you probably know some things that even the people who make it don't even know about.
He knows
He was pretty
the
whack.
two missing Primarchs. What
knows the
happens
ending.
after the after the final
Fucking-
assault? He knows if the Emperor comes back.
yeah, absolutely. I also know the Emperor comes back and brings the last two missing Primarchs, Cock and Ball. They were being tortured.
They were just sitting under him the whole time.
They were just under the throne.
Problem solved.
You know what makes me so angry though?
A lot of things.
So
Space.
yeah, shut up.
I mean, that's where 40k takes place mostly, kind
Don't
of.
talk about space. But so the writers that do the whole Warhammer lore thing in the Horus Heresy. I think I talked about this with you, Kyle.
Probably.
But so in the last bit of the Horus Heresy, when Horus is in the Golden Throne Room, and him and the Emperor are about to duke it out, but the Emperor's kind of like, I don't know if I really want to do this. And then it looks like Horus is about ready to attack, and there's just one Imperial Guardsman in there that just kind of wandered in somehow, or he got there. And
lost.
he's like, the Emperor, no! And he starts like going up to shoot at Horus, and then Horus, the biggest, baddest boy, just fucking backhands him and kills Imperial Guardsmen in one fell swoop. And that's what drove the Emperor to go crazy and like actually end up murderizing Horus, even though he still got hurt pretty bad in the process. But they changed that. They made it not an Imperial Guardsman. They made it a Terminator, I think, a Space Marine, and then finally a Custode. It would have meant so much more if they just kept it as an Imperial Guardsman, because that's just a regular human.
Guard, man.
Because if it's just an Imperial human, it means so much more, because the Emperor was created to protect humanity. That was his purpose. He was going to protect humanity, and that's what he did. So he created all the other 20 Primarchs to protect humanity. And then he sees one of his sons that he created to protect humanity just backhand a human without any regard. That would have meant so much more if it was just some stupid dumpy space marine walking in. Oh, Emperor, no!
Well, I mean, even then, with the custodians specifically, they're like, yeah, they're the Emperor's, like, royal guard and shit, and they're like, yes, I will fucking take it up the ass with a cheese grater for you. But it means so much more when it's just some random human dude. He's like, no!
A human that has by any means, no chance. At all.
Yeah, he's got massive human balls.
I was talking with my coworkers about it, and I said, how funny would it be if they made fan art of that human, but they had it so, like, you know, in the episode of South Park where they're carrying around their balls with a fucking wheelbarrow? Just have it with him standing with the fucking balls in a wheelbarrow shooting at Horus.
No, the Emperor!
Man had balls of steel.
Just fucking cock slaps Horus with his balls of steel.
That Demon series is one of my favorite. Oh man, I've cried into a few of those books.
It was a pretty whack one. I remember one part where Werewolf Man had his cock hanging out.
I think that was the last book.
No, that was like the second or third last
big
book.
Yiffy knot.
Yes.
Did it get you
That
all
was
tied
Wolf
up in
Island
knots?
when he
Yes, it was Wolf Island.
finally accepted, like, oh yeah, I'm a werewolf now.
When he went, awoo!
Honestly, that's what
He
it was
went,
like.
aye!
Aye. That was a good series. I'll bring some, like, the first few volumes that I've got of that on the camping. I don't know if I can let you look at them. They're old, though. I wound up getting the old editions where it's like two of the books in one.
The omnibus?
Yes.
The omnibus.
I got them hanging around. I remember because there was also that one series he did that was the kid who was a vampire under some vampire dude at a circus. Remember
Vampire's
that?
Assistant.
Yes.
Like Darren Shen's story.
I gotta say something about circus.
Well,
Oh, God.
the other series I actually got through was the prequel to that, which was following the actual
Lord
vampire dude.
Crisply or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was a pretty good series. I like that.
There's like 4 or 5 books, and like, man, was like a tug on your heartstrings throughout all the
big
books.
boy stuff. So, what do you have to say about the circus?
So do not tell my mother that I said this, but her brother, he's a gay man.
Okay.
And,
What's that?
a gay man.
Oh.
But
You said it in such a
Tyler,
way
you
like
are
it's
so
some other title.
uneducated.
he's kind of a degenerate in a lot of ways.
Ooh,
But
nice.
he had a boyfriend who was a meth head, much like himself, and they were both pretty down on their luck and living in a van. And eventually, his boyfriend got a job at the circus
Oh,
and
God.
left him for the circus.
Oh, that's tragic.
Oof. That meth head love doesn't exist anymore.
Literally ran away to the circus.
And I'm like, that just doesn't happen in 2019. There's
I-
no way.
I have a relative that is a clown.
You go
I
to
forget
clown
what his,
college.
I forget what his relation is to me, but he is a clown, and he actually has a clown wife, so they're just this clown couple.
He's living the dream. That feeling no clown, GF.
Yeah, dude.
Make
I'm
you
home.
laugh.
I'm just imagining that while they're having
What
sex.
are you imagining?
Each thrush is honk, honk.
Bro, have you
Throw your
ever...
cream pie in my face.
Bro, never let a clown take you out to, like, a nice place with their car to fuck in the car because it's a clown car and this should be an orgy.
Get in the car and there's like 20 other dudes in there.
It's like that. It's like that one, the one image of the girl sitting on the couch and like 6 black dudes behind it, except they're all clowns, and there's 20 more of them.
Whack.
No honk.
No honk.
Remember, no honk.
Just imagine that. They walk into the airport and they're all a bunch of clowns. No honk. And then they instantly open the door. Honk honk.
I don't think they'd last long in the fucking airport.
They're armed to the teeth and
shoes.
Russian.
Big shoes.
Yeah, big shoes. The big shoes with which to curb stomp you. It's just really long shoes, but they're laid with bricks.
That reminded me of the Warriors. There was a clown gang in that.
I never watched nor read The Warriors. I know the book was more fucked up than the...
There was a
movie.
book.
It was based
I
on
meant the
book.
game. I played the video game.
Oh,
I watched the movie, but I did not like it as much as the game. They did it by Rockstar. It was an old one on the PS2. I had a lot of fun playing that.
You say like old games by Rockstar, and you say gangs. I just think of Manhunt. They had silly games.
I actually never played Manhunt.
I think that's like one of the most like controversial games out
Manhunt
there.
was pretty controversial. I mean, honestly, it was. I mean, it was shock value.
It's
It
nothing
got
compared
banned
to
in
now,
so
though.
many fucking countries.
It's nothing compared to now, though.
Yeah, nowadays it ain't much, but I mean, back in the day, it was literally about a death row inmate who was made to film a snuff film killing gang members.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was pretty, you know, I'll credit where credit's due, it was pretty something for back in that time, but nowadays, you'll look at it and you say, well, I guess that's a quaint little piece of history. Wasn't a bad game, though.
There's also Postal.
Postal was also a big one, but the thing about Postal that's kind of that fucky,
It
because
was goofy.
yeah, and the thing is, right, most people don't talk about Postal 1. Postal 1 was actually kind of fucked up. It was basically actually about a man who just snaps and he's completely like fucked in the head, and I think in the end you actually hallucinate shooting up a school. But
Shit.
Postal 2,
That's still not too much. Actually, back then that was
back
pretty
then
bad.
it was something,
But
like
there was Hatred that was released not too long ago as well, or Hate or whatever it was
Hatred,
called.
yes. And the thing about Postal later on, though, is that when it got to Postal 2, it became so tongue in cheek that people only really took it seriously because they didn't really care. You know, people were just like,
the
"I
fact
guess
that
it's
like one
violent."
of the main things in that game is you can piss on someone.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
People
this
just get treated as a joke.
this is the game where you piss on yourself as the prime way to stop yourself from burning. You know, it's a game where you stick a cat's ass on your rifle as a suppressor. It's supposed to be completely ridiculous and over the top. And, you know, people did take it. There were people who were like, outrage, because this is crazy violence, but they were, of course, missing the point.
Yeah, it's just one big joke in the end.
And then the thing with Hatred was that Hatred was, I mean, it was kind of dull. It was literally just...
Run and shoot.
It was basically just them setting out to say, this is the edgiest man alive, and he's going to do the edgiest things he can. You know, all you need to know about Hatred and to, like, know that this is just, you know, edgy stuff is to listen to the opening monologue. My name is not important. Rant, the world is shit and I'm gonna purify it. Then you walk out the door and shoot a guy at a bus stop.
Huh.
But it's like, it was kind of trying to sell itself on shock value and be this
Whoops. That's
shocking,
not-
edgy endeavor. That's a solid drink there.
I didn't want more than that, but that's okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Game controversies are fun, but they're also really stupid.
Nowadays they're fucking stupid.
Well,
We do not want to show booby.
Did you ever...
Dead or Alive is getting censored.
What?
Dead or Alive is getting censored.
Why?
It basically already is censored.
No booby!
No booby. No booby physics.
Oh my god, the thing that actually made the game popular.
Did you ever see... Way back when there was a whole thing against violent video games, of course, and there were these people who released there was this organized group that released a list of demands to gaming, I forget who, to gaming publishers or gaming developers or whatever, and it was like this list of things you can't do, and it was just this utterly ridiculous list of
No more blood.
Yeah, it was actually things like that, like you cannot have violence in your games or whatever, all this whack stuff.
Okay, those are all the people that play iPhone games.
Well, back
Yeah.
then I don't think there was an iPhone.
Yeah, there was.
So what's the
But,
point
you
of video games?
This was back in like PS2, PS1.
There's
era.
like... How many games out there don't have violence?
I mean, there's a lot. They just don't pay attention.
Every game has violence.
I
if you
mean,
really think
and
about
here's
it.
the thing, right? This stuff happened way before video
Skylanders
games.
has violence.
Yeah.
Remember
Spyro has violence.
Remember that one lady who wanted to, like, she was, like, crusading against D&D and tabletop gaming because she thought it was a game that converged to Satanism or something? She's like, my son was playing this stupid Dungeons and Dragons and he's gonna go to Satan. And so she was like, we gotta stop this filth.
Oh, I hope that lady's dead.
It's utterly ridiculous. I remember.
That sounds like something a Satanist would say, Tyler. You play
Wow, Tyler, are you a Satanist?
Maybe.
I remember my a
Okay,
friend
no
of
argument
mine.
with that, I guess.
A friend of mine back when his parents were very religious, and of course they kind of brought him into it early on, so he was kind of in it as well. But at one point, I remember him telling me that his parents would never let him play games or watch movies or indulge in anything that involved magic.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
That
You
was
actually
some
knew.
bullshit, though.
Anything that indulged the
Anything
idea
that
of
indulged magic, because they were like, because magic's not real and it's a bunch of wacky bullshit. And I'm like, what?
Look at your religion.
You know what's funny?
I know. I said that kind of shit to him.
I'm pretty sure he was told this because after he played fucking Skyrim.
Probably. No, this was before Skyrim, wasn't it?
No, but after. Cause I remember talking to him about that. It's like I was talking to him like, why the fuck are your parents so fucked up like that? Like, why can't you play actual good games? Like, oh yeah, one day I was playing Skyrim, my mom saw me shoot a fireball. I was like, whack,
Whack. His fireballs, whack. Although it's funny because I remember he really liked this one game where you were like a fucking soldier in a war digging through trenches and fucking gutting enemy soldiers, and I'm like, big think.
This is fine. Magic? No.
The thing
No,
is, he
magic.
also played Bakugan and shit like that, which
Well, that's not magic. That's cards. It's fine.
No, Bakugan is balls.
There's cards in it.
True.
Dickhead.
Everyone's trying to kill me with words.
Sticks and stones.
But,
they
that was
break my
kinda
bones,
stupid,
but
like, he's
whips and chains
fucked up now,
excite me.
he's gone like full hippie, you know, everything.
Has he?
Yeah,
It's been a while since I talked to him.
Is this
he
the one
actually
that...
works at.
Okay, that's the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah, the guy who's super religious but will fucking beat your ass if you just say hi.
Is he still super religious?
I don't know. I doubt it.
He always struck me as kind of he was fading away from it. And I mean,
Oh yeah.
whatever. But it's wacky.
I remember I went to church like 3 times when I was younger because my parents, they had some friends that they were trying to impress. So I also went to church with them. And they stopped going after I pointed at a picture of Jesus and said, "It looks like Obi-Wan."
Well, you're not wrong.
They put him up on the cross. Now I have the high ground. Don't try it, Romans.
But yeah, I was just being a little shit during church because like I go my whole life of like maybe 6+ years of just doing nothing but playing, and then they say, okay, it's time to go to church. I'm like, church? That sounds like school.
Sunday
So-
school.
So I'm just running. It's my fucking Sunday. That's my Sunday. That's my Sunday.
It's my Sunday.
And I'm just trying to like I'm trying to bool, you know. I'm a kid. I'm trying to play with cars and shit. I can't do that at church. How am I gonna do that at church? So I was just being a little shit the entire time. I was like, I want to go home.
I mean, I would have too, but luckily my parents were never big on religion, so they never took me to church. The only time I've ever set foot in a church was because fucking someone died. So.
Was it Jesus?
Yes, I was there when he died.
I was the one that put
I
the
went to
spear
a-
in him.
Catholic.
Bro,
school
I
for a
carried
while.
the cross over to him and said, "Carry this, bitch."
Going to a Catholic school was annoying because like every Wednesday or some shit, we always went to the church. Because I went to.
I remember.
Did you hear about the guys that put the in those incense burners or whatever those things are called?
Weed.
Yeah, they put weed in it.
That was a
Fucking
fun
lads.
session.
Good. I remember other Kyle would, because he went to a Catholic high school, and
Which other Kyle? There's so many Kyles.
Midget one.
Oh, okay.
The one I like. He's a cool dude.
The cool Kyle.
But he would talk about
Cooler
how
Kyle, this is a shout out to you.
Yeah, my man.
Love you and miss you. He died in 2008. He got hit by a car.
I was driving that car.
I was drunk.
Wow.
There can only be one. But yeah, he would talk about how how they would try to make him go to the churches or whatever, and he'd just skip out on it. I remember one time he was talking about how he's left early, and then of course the second everyone had gotten into a room for a thing that they weren't told about, they basically just locked the doors behind him. It's like, okay, it's Jesus time.
We're teaching you church.
Teaching you Jesus. Yeah, I wouldn't like any of those courses. I would be so fucking petulant and annoying in them, because that's what I do when I really don't like a class or something I'm there. I'm just as petulant and annoying as I possibly can be, and I'm constantly trying to like point out flaws in everything.
You would be that fucking prick,
bro. Because when I was in like English with the teacher that became our drama teacher, you know, she was my teacher for English, and she caught the brunt of a lot of that. Me sitting there like just getting like, what the fuck about all this stuff.
She was an alright teacher.
She was an alright teacher, and she actually took it pretty well. There were times where
I was like that, but I wasn't bitching about anything particular. I was just loud.
I remember there were times when I would say stuff to her, and I'd be kind of like, you know, what's really the point in this? You know, what's this or that? And, you know, I don't see where the merit in any of this is. And her response was literally just, I mean, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, she was the kind of teacher that like agree with you when you talk about shit like that.
She's like, it's part of the curriculum. I kind of got to teach it to you. I'm like, well, okay. I mean, you're honest.
Because I remember after one of the literacy tests I took, I legit sat there afterwards for like 30 minutes talking to this one English teacher, but like, why the fuck does this test even exist? Because she was like, this test is absolute bullshit. I don't know why you guys have to take it.
I know why it has to be taken. Same thing with the ISPs or whatever, and all those like math things that we had to do every 3 years.
EQAO?
Yeah, those. It's to show how good the ratings are for our school.
Well, I'm pretty sure was the lowest of the lows.
Regardless, it's stupid because it's not really for our learning at all. It's just to show how we've learned in this school, which is stupid. It's utterly bullshit.
I'm not sure if you would know about this, but you probably know about it. When entering our college, we basically, before we even start our first year of it, they want us to take a kind of English test thing, an English
I heard
exam.
about that.
And the thing is, right, it has actually a very low pass rate. It's got a 60% pass rate, I think. But if you fail it, then you have to, you basically have to take an extra class for a little bit.
Do you have to pay for that class?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, then it's just a cash grab.
Basically, they make you take the test. If you pass it, you don't have to write anything for your class. At least that's what I was told. But if you fail, you're basically meant to take a mandatory like literacy class.
Yeah, you have to take a mandatory literacy class. And the thing is, right, I didn't do this test, and I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't really know about it. I had heard about it, and I'm like, okay, what's the deal with this? And I look at things like you got to kind of come in for it, or you can pay extra money for a convenience fee and do it online. I'm like, that's stupid. I don't like that. Well, then I forgot about it, so I never did it. So they're like, well, I guess you didn't do it, so you fail, so you get put in a class. So I get put in this literacy class. In hindsight, I probably should have done it because this class was like my latest class. It went to like 10 at night, and I didn't like to be there. But the teacher was a cool dude. But we would argue about things, and we would debate a few things at times, and we would once talk about a bunch of fallacies and shit. And he would sit there at the end, like, man, Kyle, you really know your fallacies. I'm like, yeah, believe it or not, I'm actually pretty good with all this stuff. I just didn't take the test. And he would say, there would be a lot of times where he'd say, you know, you're actually pretty good at writing this stuff, and you seem to know what you're doing a whole lot. I'm like, yeah, I'm just stupid.
I just wish I took that damn test.
I mean,
I ain't smart. I just act that way.
It wasn't actually a bad class, because as I said, the teacher was a cool dude. You know, and most of it was just discussion. It was basically, and you know, we only have the class like once a week, and at the end of the class, we would just write a short essay on something. And I don't like writing essays, but it wasn't anything too crazy. So it was manageable. And the only reason I wish I would have done the test, honestly, is just for the convenience of not being there late at night, because I basically had to spend an extra 4 hours on campus. But, it wasn't a bad class.
I just hope to God I don't have to do that. It does not seem like fun. And
Take your test.
But the thing that sucks about it, like for the fucking career choice I have, I don't really even fucking need it. If I'm gonna be a chef, like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's true.
How are you going to write essays about your fucking beef stroganoff?
Chefs don't do that.
Well, be the first.
Fuck that. I want to avoid that.
Be the chef with the pen and
you
the spoon.
need to not only prove to them that it's good taste-wise, you need to tell them how good it tastes. You need to write a formal essay, staple it to their forehead after they eat it.
What about all the people?
And if they have
who don't
any
have
complaints,
tongues?
you have the obligation.
Why the
to
fuck
shoot
are they
them.
eating my food?
They want to eat.
How are they eating solid food?
I don't know. That maybe they can't. That's why you gotta tell them how good it is. You dummy.
What if they don't have taste buds, Tyler? You ever think about that? Oh, that's just another minority that Tyler is assaulting.
Oh,
How is them reading what it tastes like gonna help? They're just gonna imagine it in their
Because
heads?
they
Yes.
don't have taste buds, Tyler.
That's when you tell
You
them what it
inconsiderate
tastes like.
ass.
what if they're deaf too?
Then you sign language.
What if they're
What if they're blind?
What if they're blind? How the fuck? Translate it to Braille, you bigot!
Put their food in Braille. Put
Tyler.
their paper in Braille.
You are not being as inclusive as you should be.
Don't touch my tit again.
Oh, he's killing his ghost.
Ah!
He's busting ghosts too. He's racist towards ghosts.
Oh god, it's because I'm super white now.
Fuck. So what? I hate minorities, now I hate super white ghosts?
Yes,
Dude, yeah.
you hated them when
It's
they
because
were
I'm
alive. And
albino,
now
isn't it?
you hated them when they were alive, and now you hate them when they're dead too.
Fucking
When will it be
albino
good
fuck.
for you?
Never. Just don't exist.
He'll become the master of the double death just to exterminate all minorities twice.
That's fucked.
Tyler, I hope you know that the thumbnail for this could very well be you in a Klansman uniform.
Don't fucking do that. At least, how about this? Fucking, we'll do like some Grim Reaper type shit. It'll be a white cloak. It's just a bunch of dead bodies with like ghosts. There you go.
We'll take off the
Multiracial
hood.
dead
They're
bodies.
Mexicans.
Just don't have my face be visible, please.
blur out his eyes and nipples.
What's that gonna do?
We gotta censor it for the children listening to our moral degenerate
Women can't show their
cast.
nipples. Why should men?
Yeah, dude.
You can consider it as.
I didn't say that!
You hate women too?
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I hate you guys.
Bro, this is...
You hate your friends. Where does your hate end?
The
It does
hatred
it.
runs deep.
I hate everyone equally.
Man. Well, you heard it here, folks. Tyler is
The incredible racist.
the biggest bigot. Title drop, the biggest bigot. It's like the littlest hobo, but it's Tyler running around.
They said the name of the movie.
Did you ever watch The Littlest Hobo?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A very small amount.
Well, for any viewers who probably don't know this weird show that's probably before a lot of people's time,
Was it strictly Canadian too?
I don't even know. It was about a dog who was a hobo because the dog is not at a home and it wanders around and helps people. But now we're just gonna remake that show with Tyler running around like slapping minorities. What the fuck?
He slaps him and then he runs away snickering like a goblin.
That's fucked.
Cackling like a Minecraft witch. He throws a potion at a minority.
It's just acid.
What the fuck? They fled from where they were to avoid that shit.
Potion of acid.
Can't be having my husband throwing acid at my face.
So did you see that a feminist had the genuinely world revolutionizing idea to make an anti-man-spreading chair, and then it was destroyed in seconds by turning it around.
What the fuck?
How the fuck do you make an anti-man? Is it just like got two things up the side?
Yes.
What?
How is it like? How did you get destroyed by turning around? Like, did you just go like this?
Yeah, you just turned it around
You
because
turn
there
it
was a
around
little
and
backrest
sit with your
thing.
legs.
Yeah.
Is manspreading seriously still a thing people
Yeah.
are complaining about?
Yeah.
But even then, there's the people who like man spread. As soon as they like see like someone wants to fucking sit there, they're instantly fucking like this.
Yeah, bro.
Like, there was this one fucking absolutely batshit crazy lady that was getting praised because she was putting lighter fluid on guys that were manspreading on the train and then lighting their pants on fire.
I remember.
I got like a similar story to that.
There was one, and I think this one was ousted as fake, but it was a Russian lady who mixed bleach
And
with water to dilute it a little. But the idea was she would pour it on people's crotches while they were manspreading, and the idea is that the bleach would leave a stain in their pants as like a fuck you. I think it was ousted as a fake, but of course, if it was real, that's not a good idea, pouring bleach on a man's cock.
Yeah.
But even then, in the videos, like you see the women pouring on the guy's pants. There's like 6 seats.
Yeah.
They're full space, like
They're just
all
going.
open.
They're just going out of their way to stir up shit.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's funny because you see like you see the one. I remember one video was like it was these women and they're like, we're going to live as manspreaders for a day just to prove to the world how annoying it is.
Show
and
everyone your pussy.
And the point is they would go on. They went to like trains and just public places where they would sit and they would purposefully like spread out as far as they fucking can. But the funny thing is, no one cared.
Why would they?
And people just like walk by them or sit beside them and they're perfectly fine. And you'd see, and it's funny because you'd see them really trying, so they'd walk into like between a couple men or whatever and they'd sit there and they'd be like, whoa, look at my leg practically up on the fucking seat. It's like, that's not a man spread. I don't know what you're doing.
You're being an obnoxious idiot.
That's just them spreading their legs for the guy in front of them.
I remember there was one thing that it was like we were doing free the nipple so that we can stop sexualizing the body, and then it was just some dude on the side that said they're
hey, free porn.
essentially he said they are desexualizing the body by giving everyone boners.
Yeah.
Good job.
You did it.
It's like, hey, let's have a naked mile to fucking free the tits and all that shit.
And what is the point
there's-
of desexualizing the body?
There's bigger problems out there.
Yeah, there
There
is.
are much bigger
But
problems.
you gotta
out
realize
there.
all these problems stem from the States.
And the thing I don't get about the desexualization thing is like
Why do you want your body to not be hot?
can you not do you just have a problem where you cannot ever be attracted to something and you just want everyone else to be that way too? Like, is no one allowed to enjoy their body or anyone else's?
The problem is, you have all these women doing this shit. They're like fucking fugly. But then you have all these like, they're not stopping models. They're not stopping like fucking Instagram models and shit like that. Because you have all these Instagram models who are fucking beyond hot, shouting body positivity and shit like that. Oh, be good with your body. Love you. Love yourself. And you got these fucking feminist rainbow hair bitches. You're like, you can't do that. That's illegal.
Your body's hotter than mine. I don't like you for it.
Exactly.
Well, it's funny
You
because
should hate your body, but I need to love mine.
Even then, half of them have fucking tits that sag down to their fucking.
We're getting
feet.
a little bit off topic.
yeah.
One thing that I would like to say though is all those guys that like claim to be like super feminist, they're rats.
They need a fucking slap
They're
across
slimy.
the face.
They are slimy.
Rats.
I've never met one that claimed like. There's the guys that claim like, yeah, I'm feminist. I believe that women deserve equal rights to men, and that's fine. That's a good thing.
You know,
like
cowrie, dude. But you know.
I'm like that too. We should be equal, but I don't think that we need to say that every man is trash, and that I am also trash. But I'm not like the rest of those guys.
Now let's try not to offend Tyler too much.
Listen. The problem is, I'm all for equal rights and everything, but like, say you work an office job, and the guy's obviously putting in more hours, more work, and everything, and he gets paid more. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But what the equality shit is, they want the guy who works, like, say, just exaggerate a number, 100 hours a week kind of type shit.
There are people out there that do that.
So yeah, for that man to get and for the woman to get as much pay as the guy who worked 100 hours. That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
What, she gets to sit there 40 hours a week, taking over vacation days or whatever, while this man works fucking every day.
And that's when it just loops back around to equality. Because if a girl works all that and then makes the same amount as that same guy, that's perfectly fine.
That's perfectly fine.
That's all within its rights.
If she's willing to put in the work, do it.
And another thing, too, is if it's a different job, they can't complain either.
Exactly.
But if it's the same job and they are making less money than the guy that is working the same amount as them, that's when it's wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong. But even then, there's laws to prevent shit like that.
Yeah.
Unless the company's like probably like some fucking third world company or some shit, where they can actually probably manage the pay like that.
I think that they have bigger problems to deal with than that, because women aren't even allowed to drive in a lot of those countries.
Exactly.
So I think that instead of dealing with free the nipple or figure out which person goes to which bathroom, we should maybe help out the people in those countries first.
Well, I mean, you know what?
Or deal
care.
with the actual big problems in the countries that we are in.
When it comes to the States, they don't care. Of course, the States is like all about, you know, going out helping other countries. But when they go out to help other countries, their countries are so set in one way. Like, you're not about to like invade China and be like, you gotta change all your rules. You can't do that.
I promise I promise I won't get all political after a few drinks.
I did not say that.
Have another.
But it's honestly, current feminists is bullshit.
We should just exterminatus the planet.
Absolutely.
I'm
I'm sick of it.
Oh, we should wait
Well,
a bit.
we can't do that. Don't you know? Exterminatus the planet. Women most affected.
Are there more women than men?
No, that was just a joke. Have you ever seen the fake article? It was a fake article head. Meteor destroys planet. Women most affected. Because it was just a joke on. It was a joke on feminists making everything about women.
Oh.
There you go.
That'd be some bullshit if I ever saw like a
Well,
real title like that.
Well, it was like the one thing. There was one thing a while back where people were saying, I guess, that the way they plowed snow off the streets in a certain place was sexist to women.
What?
Because I guess
They drew a dick in the snow.
I guess the way the places they would put the snow would be inconvenient to a lot of women, or
How would it be inconvenient
to women reaching their jobs. So eventually, they actually tried to change it somehow, and
What?
it's like, okay, we'll try something.
Did they put
different.
it in the middle of the road or something?
I don't fucking know. I think they changed. I think they changed up the routes that the plows went, so the times that certain areas would get the snow plowed off of them was different. Well, then that just caused a bunch of people to be completely inconvenienced because they would, they'd be like, well, I got to get to work, but now there's still a shit ton of snow everywhere.
This is why people need to just ignore all of the squeaky wheels and just put the needs of the many before the needs of the few.
But when you live in a place like the States, it's freedom of speech. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Well, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but the thing is,
But you
there needs
can't
to be an air of
give these
credibility.
words power. You can't let these people you can't let them have
Like,
that
the
power.
thing-
When you have the ability to do whatever the fuck you want, it's gonna happen.
It's the thing about
Believe in
freedom
equality,
of speech is,
but not making other people more powerful than others.
Yeah, the thing
Because
about
that's the whole
being-
thing about equality. You can't have a power imbalance, because then it isn't equality.
Yeah.
It's
And the entire point of being able to say whatever you want is that other people can say against it, and the idea is that you're supposed to view the merits of it. Now, I get that's a whole lot of idealism, and it's by far not an ideal world, but, that's the point. You can say anything you want, but as a result, I'm going to say, well, I don't think that's very good for these reasons. This is what I think.
Yeah, you gotta respect other people's opinion when they tell you something. But
yeah, and the thing I dislike is that, of course, as everyone wants to be a lot more straight-laced and PC, they're, without trying to sound too conspiratorial, the whole, they're censoring us, but as people want to try and be a lot more inclusive and try to cater to every demographic there is, once people stand up and start saying, we want something this way, even if it's not really just or justified, they just think it is. And I like to presume I like to presume the best in people. I like to presume they actually do believe there is imbalance and inequality, even if they are mistaken. But a lot of people aren't going to go against that because, gotta be inclusive. And if you're not, then, well, clearly that's because you are the problem.
Well, even like with certain situations, going up against things like that, it always ends bad.
You have to be careful with what you do. You can't just flat out say you're wrong and stupid. You just have to say, okay.
Even if you give like
You're
10,000
wrong.
valid points, they're still gonna be like, "Hey, you're wrong." You can be absolute facts, true to the very bone, and they'll be like,
And
"You're
that's
wrong,
when you
though."
just have to hope that
Natural selection comes in.
no. Well, yeah, but no.
Well, I mean, it's funny in this age of communication,
This land of
because
confusion.
like flat earthers still exist. People still think we live on a flat Earth.
They
They're
believe
fucking retarded.
they believe that when they go up in an airplane, the government is hacking the windows to make it so that they see the world with a bit of curvature.
The problem is we don't stop it.
Well, that's the thing.
How can we stop it?
Here's the
We
thing,
can't.
right?
That,
We
that's
actually-
They're
also
just
another
going
issue.
to like with anything like that. They're just going to jump to the next extreme when you prove it wrong.
The thing is,
Because they want to believe something so hard that they believe that it is absolutely true and nothing but the truth.
Oh.
everyone
They
is in
fucking-
communication, and we can tell you all the facts, and we can give you proof and stuff. But if you don't believe it, you're going to go to communities, easily accessible communities, that will tell you exactly what you want to hear, and they'll give you the backup and the reassurance. There's a whole lot of like psychological shit about how people will go with mob mentality. It's like the famous experiment. Everyone is asked a simple question. Everyone in the room, save one person, is a paid person they will all give the same wrong answer, and the one person who is not one of them, who can clearly see the obvious answer, it's like, which one of these lines is longer? One will be double the size of the other, and everyone will say that the shortest line is the longest one, and the other person will, like, more times than not, the other person will be like, we'll just go along with them, because mob mentality. And there's a lot of that stuff, but it's made even worse that a lot of people genuinely believe what they think, and then they'll just have all this reassurance, and of course, when all else fails, you can just say, well, clearly someone is trying to keep things from us. We never landed on the moon, it was all staged, because there was some poorly made evidence one time, and I believe it, and even if I don't believe it, and everyone else is telling me I'm wrong, clearly this is just a cover-up.
I don't want to talk about space.
It was a bad topic, I admit.
Wrong topic right there.
No more space.
It's just people don't like nowadays. People don't think for themselves anymore. As soon as they get into a group,
people never did. Like, it was a lot of the reason people started learning a lot of things was because back then people just went along with a lot of stuff because
That's how
of people telling them
astrology's still a
things.
thing.
Yeah, and I mean even that back in the
They're
day
so
the church was the only
skewed when
one.
it comes to wanting to make their own destiny that they want it written in paper telling them what's going to happen.
I mean, back in the day, the church scribes were the only ones who could, like, read and write. You know, most people didn't know how, so they would just go along with everything else. But then, of course, eventually, this kind of stuff kind of got out. That's when people started kind of educating themselves. And admittedly, they could easily do that because, you know, this was actually, like, a lot of, you know, study. And back then, it was probably a more enjoyable thing to do than it is nowadays. But, you know, nowadays, it's just so easy not to. We have all the answers at our fingertips. And all of the wrong answers at our fingertips as well.
It's just too easy to ignore the right answers.
Yeah.
Like, just to flat out just ignore everything.
Saturdays are for the boys.
Oh boy.
What is it?
It's a beer.
Oh, a beer.
A beer.
It's a beer. Kind of beer.
It's a sour beer.
Oh, sour.
Side Launch Brewing Company. I like me my sour beers. I do not drink regular beers.
This man drinks regular beer sometimes.
This man
Do you still drink beer?
Yeah.
hates women.
If it's there. Did I miss something?
Yes.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
You'll have to listen to the podcast.
I'm not waiting a month for you to edit this thing and finally
Excuse
upload
me,
it.
I get
If I
these
tell you,
done in a week.
you're gonna run out and punch the closest woman you can.
Say it. Is Izzy a man or woman?
I said, this man hates women.
Drinks beer, hates women.
Drinks beer, hates women. Yee.
Yee haw.
Let me get a yee and let me get a punch women.
Punch women. Bottom text.
What the fuck?
We live in a society punches woman.
Put cucumber in fridge. No one bats an eye. Put cucumber in baby. Everybody go crazy.
What the fuck?
Put pickle in jar. No one cares. Put jar in ass. Everyone cares.
Wasn't that one man, one jar?
Yes.
No one
At least
cared.
you knew this one. Took you an entire hour and 3 minutes, but you knew it.
My God, you did it.
My God.
Tyler's on his phone.
Tyler's
On his blog.
phone.
Saying
I gotta-
He's scouting out women.
He's saying how much he hates
I
us.
got a question for you guys. Then.
Do you?
What's that?
Nice little cheeky topic.
Oh.
Most regrettable moment.
Regrettable moment.
What's something in your life that you
Is being born an
No,
option?
because you had no choice in that matter.
I should sue my parents.
Good idea.
I didn't ask for this. Being plunged in this world, this hellish world.
I mean,
What's something you regret?
there's all sorts of things that I kind of like, little things I remember. It's like, shit, I'm dumb and word wrong, so I say something really stupid, and then I sit there like awake at night, like, why did I say these things?
I remember back in public school, Connor would always fucking correct you.
He
on
just
that.
hit a woman.
I hit my thigh.
My mother walked in the room and he fucking killed her.
Yeah, Connor would always correct you on that type of shit. You just sit there for like an hour and be like, fuck.
But I said a stupid. Oh, yeah, I regret most of the things I've said in my life.
What about you, Eric?
Some of them are too funny to not laugh at, though, Kyle. You got to admit.
Oh yeah, there are some funny ones. The ones I hate most are the no one's laughing, everyone just thinks I'm fucking stupid.
It's okay. I'm laughing.
Thanks, bro.
Well, this one's kind of real. Too real. But, back in,
Is this the time you caved your brother's head in with a beer bottle?
Oh, yeah. No, it's fine. He's fine.
It's fine, he's fine.
He doesn't remember the letter said, but it's okay.
That's the most useless letter anyway.
Back in high school, around prom time, I had this one girl that I was kind of not quite dating, but I had a thing for her, and she had a bit of a thing for me. And,
Is this the girl I think it is? Like, kind of younger?
younger?
Yeah.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Okay, before that gets taken out of context, there was a grade 9 that was obsessed with me when I was in grade 12, and I didn't want it. I didn't want to have any of that. So before anybody in the comments says Eric's a pedophile, that's not true. That's Tyler.
As long as she says fuck. Way to call me out like that, Eric. Shit.
But anyway,
It's Connor.
there was this one girl that I liked. We went on a couple dates, but nothing really much came of it, and it was pretty close to prom time. And my mom, bless her soul, she didn't know that I was kind of casually dating this girl. She set me up with her daughter, or no.
Wait.
No,
What?
I don't have
Eric?
a sister. I don't have a sister. She set
Have you
me
heard
up.
of Wincest?
Eric.
She set me up with her friend's daughter to go to prom because she was like, my son's a degenerate loser. Your daughter is she's just lonely. She'd like to go to prom with him. So she's like, okay, and then I just kind of get roped into going to prom with this girl. And granted, she was a really nice girl. I kind of liked her, but she wasn't the girl that I was like kind of casually dating, and I wasn't sure if it was working out with that girl or not. So I just kind of went along with it, and I went to prom with her. And I was like, okay, this is fine. I'll just go to prom with her. I'll dance with her for a bit, and then I'll go to after prom and I'll see the girl that I'm kind of casually dating.
Well, she saw you first.
Yeah, she did.
Eric, my boy, getting them hoes.
No, I got nothing in the end because I could have been with my mom's friend's daughter. We could have dated because she kind of liked me too, and I liked her. She just wasn't that girl. So I go to after prom and like, hey, boo,
Bitch.
and because I didn't have my mom's friend's daughter come to after prom with me, I was like, yo, you how you feeling tonight? And like we were friends, but like she said, no, I'm not interested. So I'm like, oh shit.
Fuck.
And I guess I made it look like I wasn't interested enough in the other girl to maybe say, hey, sorry, you just or have a chance to explain the situation. She was like, no, it's fine, and then we just kind of both went our separate ways. So that's my kind of regret.
I mean, when you say that story, it reminds me of things I do regret relating to relationships. And I mean, I'm gonna keep it brief because
Relationships are whack.
I don't want to make it heavy. We're feel good hours, but I mean,
They're feel good hours with nothing but politics and hitting women.
yeah, dude.
But you're not
we're not
condone
women,
hitting
so we
women?
don't feel bad.
You do not condone your own actions,
Fuck
so you're a
off.
hypocrite.
God damn it, Tyler. But yeah, way back when there was a girl I had a crush on. Granted, I was fairly young. It wouldn't have worked out anyway, but I never asked her. I never approached her with anything, so I kind of let that sit for a while. Letting it sit kind of sucks, so I regretted that for a while. Way over it by now, but you know how that is.
Yeah,
But,
you never really quite forget.
Yeah. Recent relationship things also kind of went south, and I guess my bigger regret there is just not letting go sooner. I tried to hold on to some stuff for way too long, and it wound up just being worse in the end. And you were telling me the entire time, you gotta let go, man. You gotta kind of.
No one listens to the stupid blonde idiot
No
until
one
it's
listens
too
to
late.
the blonde boy. But no, I mean, you were completely right, and I knew at the time you were right, but I was getting hints like this could work out. It couldn't. So that
It is
was
what it
my
is.
regret.
It's
Yeah,
a
it
learning
was.
It
experience.
just feel like that.
We learned and we lived, and now we abuse women. Oh wait, this is Tyler.
What the fuck?
I abuse alcohol. That's different.
Yes, I abuse Eric's alcohol.
I abuse
Honestly.
Eric. Drinking beer with the boys. On
Cracking a
Saturday.
cold one. Oh, what's the matter? Got too much vodka in there?
Yeah.
I actually saw you pour it. It was a rhetorical question. I know you've got too much vodka in there.
Vogd.
Vagduki.
Vogd.
Vagdukani.
Vogdookie.
Vagduki. And now that we have signaled the Dookie Nukie, it is time that we disappear for another
Back
week.
into the fray.
Actually, we'll be gone for technically 2 weeks because we're going to be fucked next week.
Yeah, we're gonna be on the road.
Yeah.
The road to El Dorado.
What's
The
happening next
road
week?
Camping.
That's only Monday to Wednesday.
Yeah, it's only Monday to Wednesday, but did you tell him about
Not
Friday?
yet. Tyler.
Oh.
Me and Kyle are going to go and we're gonna do a Mary Lee Way band trip. We're gonna play music at every band. That's not true. We don't have a band.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the 12 bars of London.
Oh.
We're gonna start at the Morrissey House, and then we're gonna end at Molly Bloom's, and we're gonna have a shot at every single one of them. Are you interested?
I'd be down.
You gotta walk though.
You gotta walk the whole
We
way
ain't taking no cars.
That's fine.
until we return home.
You got money for it.
When are we doing it?
Friday.
I can probably get some.
All right,
How much do I need, like, minimum?
maybe 100.
Oof.
A full 100?
There's a lot. I can maybe cover some of them.
We'll see. We'll see what I can do.
Well, perhaps Tyler will be fucked with us. But, yeah, so, week late episode. Granted, this is the episode that's coming out, like, afterwards, so I'm
Yes.
telling you it's a week late after we've already been a week late. So, good forewarning on my part. But that's all the time we have. This has been the MD Cast Political Episode Anus Extravaganza.
Anus cheese grater extravaganza. Tyler
Yes.
hit women. Talk about feminism and shit on the carpet.
I just ripped a good one.
How topical.
That was a good fart.
Hell, it felt good down there.
Like, favorite, subscribe for more good ones.
More good farts.
I can smell it, god damn.
That was a good one.